gentlemen, I brought the Lions together because, again, I see something different amongst you guys versus anybody else that's standing out there. I've gone through all the cars and coffees, all the car shows, all the exotics, all the new who's, and to me, you guys stand out the most. I've known Scotty since forever, and believe it or not, me and him got our master's degree at Full Sail. So, and this was back in 2013. It's just so funny that years later,
I didn't see you at all, and then what was it, like 3 months ago I ran into that Lamborghini?
Yeah, I wanted to bring you guys together because I know in my heart you guys are just beginning. None of us are multi-millionaires. None of us are at the level we want to be at exactly. The other guys don't want to play. You guys are hungry and know that you can't just stop where you at. And so I see you're looking for another way. There's got to be another way, right?
Right.
And so I'm a firm believer that the universe aligns certain people in front of you for a reason. Firm believer.
I looked because that's literally my exact words, religiously in the house.
Yeah, bro. And it's up to you to determine whether or not you're going to use that person in front of you for good or for evil or for whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm snatching you guys right now because to me, you guys have the most powerful Jedis out there. That's what I like to call each other, Jedis, because it's real energy, bro. And between our minds, we can create something big and monetize.
Mm-hmm.
And B, not be stagnant on where we at. Because although you reach your McLaren, although you reach your Lamborghini, you're still grinding. You're still working hard, bro. It's still not over. You're not like I can relax now and kick back and do whatever I want. No, because it's not there
Brother,
yet.
I need a stable.
Right.
I'm trying to walk outside and find a barn that ain't got a fucking animal I gotta clean shit behind. I'm trying to see a whole stable of bulls out there, motherfucker.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is the beginning.
This is the beginning. And so I know you guys ain't gonna be scared to jump into whatever it is. Like, I want our minds to come together and create something big. And I'm already putting my hands dirty into it. Like, I'm trying to take over the whole car scene because it needs to be revamped.
Car scene that I've noticed here in Florida, and literally I hope the world sees this recording heard, is so full of fake motherfuckers I can't stomach it.
I can't either.
Listen, I get it. I bought a Gallardo. I don't own a Huracan STO. I don't own an Aventador. I don't own a Urus yet.
Right.
Don't treat me like I'm
the lower class.
Yeah, right? So some of the people I've seen that are involved in the car scene here in Florida literally have treated my car like I really just rolled up with a fucking 1986 Chevy fucking Cadillac. Nah, you fucking people over for your own fucking benefit, but I promise you at the end of that fucking over rope, there's a quick fucking snap and drop. What needs to happen is people need to be fucking real. I can't tolerate fake people in my life. You guys need me for 5 fucking minutes. I told you I did 8 years in the penitentiary. I literally told you stories immediately. Do you know why I did that? I run into every event in my life with all my red flags waving. Because I want you to know where I've been, where I'm at, and my plans of where I'm going. Because if you don't want no part of me, I need you to know right now, walk away from me today. I will give you any idea and anything I have. If I don't have the means to make it happen, bro, if I have a dream and a vision, I want someone to tell you, fucking tell you. If you could take it and make it real, guess what? My dream still became a reality, whether I financially did it or not. That's the point I feel in life. You meet people, you interact, you network, you connect, you commute, you change the world from the bottom up. You don't try to fucking pretend to be up top, you change the world down.
Right.
And that's what we're dealing with.
A lot of these guys in that community got stuff handed to them.
So
when they get stuff handed to them, they don't value it as much, and they look down on the people who they feel are beneath them. So I ran into the same thing with the Porsche. Like the Porsche,
I remember you telling me.
It's like $135,000 car. I had to work hard for it, but those people, they don't see the value in that because they look down on everyone who they think is below them. When I had the Porsche, they had me around them because they like talking down to me.
When I got the McLaren,
yeah, when I got the McLaren, first of all, the day I got the McLaren, I showed up to that party uninvited. There was exotics only. People looked at me.
If you don't fucking air this,
I don't care.
I'm gonna have a fucking problem.
And
exactly what I'm saying right now needs to be. Bro, I'm real.
Talk to me. Like they say hi to me, but they don't
Fuck
talk to me anymore.
Fuck them.
The day that I got the car, and honestly, before I got the car for like a month, one of the people kept sending me like cars, and he was just like, but they're all like garbage cars, like salvage title, this and that, and I'm just like, who does this guy think I am, man? Like, so he just kept sending me garbage cars. They had the party. I wasn't invited to the party. I show up with the car, and he was like, "Damn, bro, nice car." He looked at the mileage, and after he looked at the mileage, he didn't say anything else.
He looked at the mileage?
He looked at the mileage because he's expecting the car to have like 50,000 miles.
You don't understand.
$100,000.
But here's the thing. Here's the difference between me and you. Looking at the mileage of my car is like trying to look at the creases in my pants. What the fuck are you doing that close?
Yeah.
Right. You wanna suck my dick? You wanna know what it tastes like? That's exactly how I feel.
After that day, I don't get invited to any more of like their little secret meets.
That's a petty ass bitch looking for a reason to, he only got it because he got 62,000. Suck my dick and tell me how it tastes.
Well,
like
I thought it was funny because I knew that was gonna happen. I didn't know they were gonna check the miles, but I knew they were gonna be like trying to figure out like how much I paid for the car and whatnot. But when they saw that it had 4,000 miles and it was like a $190,000 car, they were like, "Fuck, like this guy."
He did it.
And then they didn't want to talk. They cut me off, bro. I am the most neutral, benign, not wanting to like rock the boat person when I'm at the events.
I like rocking boats.
Well, after this whole situation, I have started to rock the boat.
You know, there's a scene from American Psycho where it's like, let me see his business
Oh yeah,
card.
Paul Allen.
Yeah, it's like, that raised like pale nimbus color. Let me see Paul Allen's card. You know, it's like you're just sweating something that's just like so doesn't matter in the scheme of things, but it's like it just becomes this obsession, and it's just like people get so like angry and like built up over something that like should have no bearing on reality. Like we all have cool cars, like we're all here to share our cars, and like everybody's is different. And it's like, who the fuck are you to like sit here and come at me over something like mileage or like spec?
If you
like,
come to me over mileage,
you
didn't get the fucking carbon package, like you're below me.
But
like,
the reason they do that. The reason they wanted to do that
because they're attaching their identity to the car, and they're like they're establishing their own personal value based on the value of the car.
To your point, their value is in their car, and since they see me as a person less than them, if I start getting close to their value, it offends them. Like it literally offends them.
You know why like the card situation, American Psycho. Like who cares if your business card is nicer? Like
you know why they're offended? Because they were born into it.
It's like Game of Thrones. There's people who are Ironborn, there's people they got their stuff, they paid for it, there's people who worked for it.
And in the end, Littlefinger got his fucking throat
and to be honest, it actually angers them to see a person who's working for the stuff achieve it.
People that are born into something are offended when you struggle to reach it.
Right.
Anyone that struggles to reach it congratulates you when you make it.
Yeah.
You'll have people go out there and tell you a story and they'll be like, oh, I did this, I did that, and I came from the bottom. But if you really research their bottom, no, they were spoon-fed.
I get so frustrated sometimes because I see the stories on Instagram and they grab that song that started from the bottom. Now, and I'm like, me and my brother, we joke around in the house.
What's the first thing you see when I started from the bottom? I was in the penitentiary, bitch.
I'm like,
ain't no more bottom than that.
Your bottom is, oh man, I got a Lamborghini Evo. And now I got an SVJ. Like that's not the bottom. Fortunately, I feel like it's getting worse. Like as time has progressed, I've only been in this game for like 3 years, and I feel like during those 3 years, it's actually gotten worse. Like we need to like revamp this and start doing our own events and start changing the culture, because a lot of people are virtue signaling, but behind the scenes, they're still being arrogant and they're still talking about exclusivity. Like we need to make this more exclusive. Like why not make it more inclusive and bring more people in and like inspire more people to like aspire to get to that level instead of pulling people down?
Why do you think I let every young person I meet get inside my Lamborghini? Why do you think I do that? I'm trying to change the future.
Right.
I don't want to, listen, if that's as far as I make it right there, if that's as far as I make it, I hope what I've done inspires the next young person to excel 10 times beyond where I'm at. I don't expect every fucking person who owns a supercar or an exotic or whatever to do what I do. I don't expect you to do that. Listen, if you don't want nobody touching your car, cool, great. When I had my bike, if you asked me to ride it, you know what my rule was? Yeah, you can ride my bike if I can ride your bitch. That was my rule on my bike. That was my rule on my bike.
Anybody take you up on it?
No. The difference on a motorcycle is intimate. My nuts is wrapped around it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole point. Like, I'm trying to say, like, when it comes to this, like, I'm trying to inspire people. Yeah, I haven't made it to the top yet. You know, the fact that this man owns this fucking facility and we're here and we're doing this today and I'm seeing what he's doing, what he's got, yo, that's an inspiration. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's awesome. And I love that. The fact that you have an Aston Martin sitting there, you got a McLaren sitting there, you own a Ferrari, you own a fucking Lambo. Bro, what the fuck? You're doing good, man. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah. I give you your flowers today because the one thing about men, most men don't get their flowers until they're fucking dead.
Man.
Most men never hear that they were a great man that achieved something, that did something until they're dead and gone.
Don't get me wrong, like I think competition is good between friends, but there has to be limits to it. And I feel like when it's just a giant dick swinging contest the entire time, like that gets old.
Well, what you're doing, you're like chasing the dragon, right? Because it's a series of relativity. Like, it doesn't matter where you start or where you get to, there's gonna be somebody that if you are not satisfied with where you're at, you're gonna look over and be disappointed because there's somebody above you. You know what I mean? Like, you go out, you get the car of your dreams, and then you go pull up to a stoplight, and if you're disappointed because a guy pulls up in the lane next to you with a nicer car, there's always going to be a nicer, more expensive, more exclusive car. And if you're constantly just not satisfied where you are and you're just like chasing the dragon, you're just in an endless loop. When I was at Full Sail and I got my 335 M Sport, I was probably like more happy about getting that car than some of my more recent cars because like it was such a threshold for me.
Right.
But it's like you've always got to just be satisfied and happy with what you have because no matter what you achieve, you're gonna look next to you and be like, okay, well, there's a Bugatti Chiron, or there's a freaking one-of-one Pagani.
I'm gonna be the one.
There's always gonna be the guy with swinging the bigger dick, and it's like.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the little dick. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck that. If you went and bought a Bugatti and you're gonna pay $24,000 for an oil change, I promise that's a tiny dick energy. I'm just going to say it. I'm gonna say because even you might have a big dick. I'm gonna say it's tiny.
But if you're playing in that arena and that is your focus, where it's like, okay, we're gonna have this like exclusivity tiered system where it's like you're less valuable because you're not in this price range or this exclusivity range, it just creates a toxic
I feel like there's a difference between that, like
that's what I was saying a second ago.
Healthy competition where they're just friends like motivating each other, like, oh man, hey, I got the new Bugatti, like let's catch up, like versus the people are like, I got the new Bugatti, get out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people are that second person.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening.
So it's up to us to change that perception. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. That's if you notice, once again, I don't discriminate against nobody. Bro, you could show up with whatever you have. I appreciate what you've done. I appreciate what you have. Because I've been there. I've been homeless. I was in the penitentiary for a year. Shit, I made 5 cents an hour for 8 fucking years of my life. Do you know what 5 cents an hour is? $5.85 a month. When I tell you I've seen the bottom and I loved the bottom, you know why I loved it so much? I got to see the beauty of climbing out that motherfucker.
Right, yeah. This is relativity that I'm talking about.
I seen the bottom of the fucking bottom. I lost every fucking thing. Now that I look back on my life and I went from being an arrogant piece of shit doing the wrong thing, and now I'm doing the right thing, I've realized, hey, I needed to go to the bottom. I needed to see what it was like to be all the way down.
Right.
And I'm now climbing, man, every single day of my life, I see the beauty. It's like I'm chasing the sunrise. It's like I'm chasing that beautiful fucking first bright light in the morning. Or I'm chasing that perfect fucking sunset. When you are at the bottom and you see the beauty of heading to the top, you don't look at the next man just because he only got what you got. You don't fucking look down on him. Bro, reach your hand out, pick him up.
Right.
Bring him with you. Yeah. That's why I let every child I meet get in my car. That's why I let random fucking kids that I meet that have a license drive a Lamborghini. No, it's not an Aventador. No, it's not. But guess what? I own a Lamborghini, and it was a dream to own a Lamborghini. That's why I always talk, die with memories, not dreams. I don't want to be on my deathbed and wake up and be surrounded. It's just like right there, I'm on my deathbed, right? And And all my dreams of everything I've ever wanted to do is standing there saying, you fucked off, bro, it could have happened. I have a memory that not a living soul can ever take from me. No one can take that. If I get in a bind tomorrow, fucking I sell it and I fucking, I'll figure it out. But no one can ever take that from me.
Right.
So I give that feeling to every child I meet. Because I want those kids to excel farther past me. So like you said, when you said let's change the culture, bro, I'm trying to start from the youth. I agree with you. We need to change it. We need to start our own thing. We need to get to where we don't allow these people that want to. If you exclude people in your life, bro, all you've done is put yourself in a box. I'm a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. I feel people are joined together by energy. And if your energy matches in a good, positive way, bro, it don't matter if I do it, but if you do it and I see what I told you become real,
I'm cheering for you, bro.
Guess what happens when I die? That dream isn't sitting there saying, we could have did it.
Right.
My dream center saying, bro, you passed it along and it happened.
Right.
You invited us all here tonight. We're here in your studio. We're having a good time. We're chatting. We're having a good time. We're drinking fucking cookie dough out of Thor's hammer and motherfucking Viking horns. That's what we're doing. We're having a good time. Salute. And the Viking way, skull. So that's what I'm saying. So like, we're here together, we're enjoying each other's company, we're talking about what needs to happen. I don't want to hang out with motherfuckers that don't want to talk to me because they feel that they're better than me.
Yeah.
Bro, I can tell you what, I got the title in my fucking Lambo. Some of these fucking people I see don't. You might be driving a more expensive one than me, but I fucking own mine.
To me, it's just disappointing because I had the perception that if you were a person who already achieved it, like some of these guys have like 5-6 cars, why are you hating on someone who's starting?
Wow.
Like, I don't understand. Like, you should be trying to motivate that person so they can get to the level that you are at. And also, I feel like a lot of on the social media platforms, they see us trying to grow our social media presence, and if you were able to grow your presence and you have 1 million followers and you know me in person, why would you not help me grow my platform?
Especially if I've done business with you.
Right.
If I've spent my money with you and you can't like my shit, share my shit, or even say, yo, go check my book, you fucking put it out there.
Yeah.
And so did the other old boy, you put it out there. He's like, yo, go watch the Lambo Diaries.
Right.
Bro.
It boggles my mind because I don't want to call any names, but the little group that I was in, we started out 6 people. Now they have more cars, so obviously they're able to grow a bigger platform. They blow up, they get 700,000 followers, and you're telling me that I was there from the very beginning. A stranger comes from like Miami or some other city, and now that person's the person who runs your little group, and like I'm excluded now, and you can't help me. Like, I think that like all boats should be rising with that tide, and we would all have 100,000, 200,000 followers. It's just selfishness, and like I feel like part of the joy of having the car goes to what you're saying, not being selfish. Like when you're allowing other people to enjoy your car, that in itself is a fulfillment that you get to enjoy.
You only understand, it ain't just the kids. The other night, I took my fucking Lambo to, I go grocery shopping in a Lambo. I do it intentionally, not to be boastful, because I know there's gonna be people that see it that have never been close to one.
Yeah.
So the other night, we come out, we got a handful of groceries. It only fucking holds $200 in inflation. You know what I'm saying? But
Thank you, Joe Biden.
Yeah, thank you, Joe Biden, you sleepy fucking pedophile. I go hard. This is how you get canceled. Let me talk. So the point is, I come outside, right, and there's these 3 ladies. And I'm going to do what most people don't do. I'm a white man. These were 3 black ladies. I offered all 3 of them to get in the car and have a good time. Actually, that's a fucking lie. My girlfriend, Brandy, offered to let them in the car before I even made it to the car. Because it's what I do. This one old lady, she's like, nope, I can't get in, I'll never get out. And I was like, I'll fucking put you in and I'll carry you out. They were so fucking happy that I was just so willing to let them around it. Bro, you should have seen the happiness, the joy that they had.
I was talking to my brother this morning. I was washing the car for the weekend, and I was telling him, like, I remember, it was 4 years ago, dude, not having a normal car.
Bro, your story, I can't wait till your episode drops. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Episode 2 is out of the Lambo Diaries. I can't wait till your story drops.
I remember seeing a Ferrari in the middle of the day, and for the rest of the week,
You talked about this shit there, right? Yeah.
Why would you not want to share that with other people?
That's why I do what I do.
It gives you an appreciation for the car that you have because it's easy to become desensitized. Like one of the main reasons I rent my cars out, aside from the income, is the fact that it gives me an enhanced appreciation for the car that I drive. Because if you're in this car every day and you're just driving it around, it's very easy to just like think like, okay, this is just my vehicle. But then somebody else experiences it and they come back and they're just like smitten with joy and they're like, this is my fucking dream car. Like, I love it. Like, I had such a good week. Like, you made my, whether it was like their wedding or their, you know, their bachelor party or whatever it is, the experience that they have with it, and they come back and they're ecstatic about it, and then you get in the car and you're like, yeah, this is badass.
How happy does it make you when
it gives you a reappreciation for what it is that you have that you could easily become desensitized to.
And to your point, hanging out with those guys,
it's
easy to become desensitized because when, okay, I had the Porsche, I upgraded the McLaren, but you're hanging out with those guys and they have like SVJs and whatnot, and it kind of brings down the appreciation you have for the car. If it wasn't for the car shows and whatnot, like
because when I start finding out the backstory, how some of these people got their fucking exotics, I have zero fucking
you start
respect.
finding out
I have zero respect. Listen, when I find out your fucking exotic came from a wedding gift from somebody, I have zero respect for that. I'm not being mean. I'm not a fucking hater by any means, bro. Listen, I'm fucking proud of you. I've had you on my podcast. I know your life. I know your story. I'm proud of you. You are doing amazing, and you will see amazing things. Bro, when somebody just throws you a goddamn wallet and you run out and buy one,
appreciate it.
I got no fucking respect for that. Sure. You did that because it was just like, I've got status now, watch what I can do. You didn't do it because it was passion. Yeah. You didn't grind and you didn't go hard because it was passion. You was just like, watch what I can do. That's not the same, bro. Passion and watch what I can do is two different things.
And one of the main things that bothers me the most about them is that they have a certain strategy, success, secret, formula, whatever you may call it, to their success and them keep succeeding and getting more wealth. But at the same time, it's like they're holding that as a lockbox. Yeah. And they don't want to share that. You should be doing opposite because the more you share, the more you're going to get. Yeah. It takes a team to build that dream. And you over here holding it tight to yourselves, like being super mad greedy. To me, we have to break that cycle, break that perception, because that's all I see every time I run into all these exotics, like money, but nobody wants to share how, you know what I'm saying? Like there's very few. Everybody at that level seems to be like, yeah.
So the problem I've had is I've gone to many of those like meets, right? Even like a few house parties, and I tried and asked them like, you know, let's stop talking about cars. Right. Like I'm done talking about cars. Like let's talk about business.
Right. Yeah.
And when I do that, they don't want to do it.
They won't do it.
Walls are up. A lot of people like they like attach their identity to the car, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's like there's a reason that you get so much arrogance in that scene is because like they're not like judging themselves as a person, as a human individual. They're like, oh, well, I have this status symbol, so therefore like I don't need to be a decent human being. I don't need to like carry my weight in other areas of life because like I'm just attaching myself and like making my identity this vehicle that I've gotten from one way or another. And it's like no, that's a representation of your style for sure. But like you need to be more well-rounded than that. You need to be balanced. You need to like bring more to the table than just like, oh, I have zero personality. I have zero like thing to value. But like, look at this car. Right. It's like, no, like you're not just your vehicle. Like you're a human individual. Like you have story, you have experience, you have value. Like how about you bring that to the car meet?
Right.
Like along with what you're driving. Don't let the car drive you.
Right.
Right?
And right now that's what's happening. The cars are driving all of them. And right now it's all about that perception. Look at me, I got the STO or SVJ and my ride is the most expensive than yours. And that's all you need to know. And look at it.
Don't attach your identity to the vehicle. Be the person that you are. Offer the value that you have as a person. In conjunction with whatever cool toy you might have. You know?
Cars are a good unifier, but it can't be the principal topic every single time.
Sure.
I personally, and you've dealt with me.
Yeah.
You just met me today, but if you watch my content, you see the content is not focused that much around cars. It's more focused around people, because I honestly get exhausted with just car content and talking about cars and watching car videos.
Do you know I quit posting? Like I would go to events and take pictures of all these cars. I'm like, and I never post them. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like you know what I'm saying? It's not about that.
Right.
Me, for like you're saying, for me, it's more about the interaction with the people.
Yeah.
I like that better.
Right.
I like that better, man.
more
It's changed
fulfilling.
lives.
Right. That's what I want to get at. I'm done working for everybody else. I want to change the game, not just in the car scene, hip hop scene too, and I'm doing it. I'm doing breakdancing, graffiti, all that needs to come back.
You're doing breakdancing?
I went to.
If you're
yeah.
breakdancing, I didn't see
I
it.
went to-
I'm not
breakdancing. Show me how to breakdance.
I'm not breakdancing myself, but you know, I'm bringing the crew. You know what I'm saying?
Last show,
I'll tell you
it was cool. It was sick.
What we talk about? I said, what we got to do?
Yeah.
Have a fucking water balloon fight.
Yeah.
What'd you put out there?
Water
The
balloon fight.
motherfucking water balloon fight.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. The fact, and that's exactly what I went back to just a minute ago. Bro, if I got something, an idea that makes me think they'll get people together.
Engaged.
Together. Bro, I don't care if you drive a fucking Mustang. I don't care if you drive a McLaren. I don't care if you drive a BMW. I don't care that I drive the Lambo. I don't care if you drive a fucking Camaro. Let's come together. Let's be happy. Let's be people. Let's be joyful. Because I'll tell you what, when I bought my Camaro SS, it was a dream car. When I bought my BMW 640i, my girlfriend went with me. How fucking happy was I? She's way over there, y'all can't see her. But I was so fucking ecstatic. It was a dream car.
Right.
And I got my fucking BMW. Boy, you couldn't have told me shit.
Right.
Bro, it was used as a motherfucker and you couldn't have told me nothing.
Hell no.
But guess what? I had the presidential M-Class 640i and I was happy. And guess what I didn't do? I never downed nobody that didn't have that. But I had people that really would say, they would literally say, that raggedy ass M series. So I used to go to Walmart, right, and go grocery shopping. When I would come out, I would look at my BMW. Beautiful, midnight blue, look black until the sun hit it, turned just blue. And I would say, I wonder who drives that raggedy ass M-Class. And I would just make a joke of it every time because somebody tried to hate on me on social media. So the point is, like, it doesn't matter what you drive. You made your life goals happen. But what matters the most in the end is, can I help somebody else? Because I promise you, helping somebody else will make you feel better as a man than any fucking thing else in the world.
And it's all relative, dude. I mean, I remember like middle school watching the original Fast and the Furious movie, and I was like, dude, if I get a Honda S2000,
I'm that old.
like that'll be like my go-to car. Like I'll be so happy if I get this Honda S2000 with a turbo and whatever, you know. And it's like so quickly how you become desensitized, and you get the next one, and you're just chasing the next one, and you're chasing the next one, and a lot of people don't even get to enjoy what it is that they have because they're just so focused on the next biggest thing. And there will always be a next biggest thing.
I think that's the unfortunate part of the human experience is that you will forget what your original goal was. This weekend at that car show in Sanford, to a few buddies, and we were walking around and they were asking me about the car, and one of them asked me the car payment, and I told them no. And to me, like, it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But they were like, oh, like, holy shit, like, that's a lot of money, dude. Like, $2,500, like that's a lot. And the problem is, as you progress, you have to keep a clear sight of where you came from, because if you don't, you'll forget.
Yeah, or you will not appreciate where it is that you were at. You'll just be constantly focused on the next thing, and you'll get no satisfaction out of the fact that you've reached a milestone, enjoying a car that is fucking fantastic, because you're just at the car show being like, oh, well, this guy has this, or this, or this, or this, you know?
And also, when that starts to happen to you, because I can kind of see the plight of the people who become desensitized and the people who become arrogant. They probably didn't start out that way.
Yeah.
But it's layers.
Yeah.
It's layers, and after a while, if you don't have a clear vision of what your goal was and where you
if you don't have perspective.
Yeah.
If you're not able to step back a little bit and like see the big picture.
And short-sightedness too, because if you think about it, the guy in 2001 who had a Ferrari Modena 360 thought he was the shit.
Yeah.
But now you see a Modena 360.
Or you get the funny situation back to Fast and the Furious, where the scene at the end where the guy pulls up in the Supra and he's like, oh, nice car. He's like, more than you can afford, pal. Ferrari. but like now that Supra is worth like
Way more
double
than
than
that
Ferrari.
Yeah.
So how the tables have turned, you know, in the car world, whatever the market is of the desirability. You know?
Sometimes I go through different phases, man. Like there's days where I wake up and I look up the people I follow and the people who follow me. I'm like, I'm gonna race all these fucking people. But then I start thinking like some of these people, you know, they're not aware. Like I don't know if they do it on purpose. I feel like some people they just are unconscious of. There's people who float through life, man, and they don't like pay attention to how they interact with other people. They don't like put themselves
especially social media.
Yeah.
Like, everybody takes it at a different level. So it's like you have some people that take it, you know, way more seriously than others, and you can get easily offended by somebody who like may not even be interpreting it in that way.
I've had some situations like that, and I reached out to the people because I had a few people recently in one of those groups ask me like, why don't you follow me? And I was like, look, I have a very limited number of people that I follow that I have to have like intimate experiences with. Like I've spent tons of time with them, and I had you in the group. I unfollowed you because I had an engagement with you that I felt was very disrespectful. And the person started explaining like their thought process and what happened that day, and that they had like a stressful day, and they were running a show and this and that, and it made sense. It made sense to me. It's like, okay, like I get it. Like some people are unaware of how they're interacting with other people. They forget where they're at, and they're just oblivious to how they're treating other people. So I kind of understand it, but at the same time, like it's your responsibility to keep tabs on how you treat other people, because
Absolutely.
when
It's your superpower.
because when I didn't have my car, I remember multiple times where like I pulled up like Park Avenue and I had that little Miata, and I parked behind a guy who had a 458, and I asked him like, man, like that's a nice car, like 458, and he looked at me like I was an alien. and treated me like he like talked down to me.
Classic Ferrari owner.
Straight up.
And like in retrospect, that guy probably had a lot going on. But it's your responsibility to not treat people that way, because
Nah, he ain't have. Listen, I don't give a fuck what you got going on in your life. I don't give a fuck. Listen, I can have the worst day in the world, but I ain't gonna talk down to you. You know why? Because respect should be automatic. The moment I meet you, right, I'm gonna give you respect as a man. The moment you give me a reason to disrespect you, I'm gonna distance myself. The moment you come at me with more disrespect, once I distance myself, now I'm comfortable with violence. That's who I am. So for someone to talk down to you because of a vehicle, bro, that moment right there, it's a dead issue. But right then, I can't hear nothing you have to say. I'm no longer listening. I hear noise. It's static. Anything you say just lets me know I need to figure out, can I get bail money? Some people are built for conflict, and I have to be that fucking fucked up person. But I'm good to have on your team. So what I'm saying is, I don't give a fuck where you are in life. If you think you can talk down on me because you got a better car than me, bro, you can look the bottom of my fucking feet before the night's up. You're nobody.
The car doesn't make you.
Car doesn't make you.
It doesn't.
that's the crazy thing.
And that's why I let so many people get in my car. I do that, exactly what you said. That's a car, bro.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's a fucking machine. Now, if you disrespect me and you go sit on my shit, bro, I'll slap the fuck out of a kid. I don't give a fuck. My grandfather told me there's no age limit or time limit on disrespect. I need my pound of flesh at the end of the day. You disrespect me, I need my pound of flesh. We can square up, or I'm gonna take it from you. You got two options. But that goes into your character. If you come to me as a man or as a child that has inspiration, that's looking for inspiration, and you come to me, yo, yeah, get in, hop in. Do you know how to start? You know how many fucking damn near 6 years old I've taught how to start a car? Like literally. And I had to get in there and turn the key over because they ain't strong enough to crank the key over. I'm like, you see that pedal right there? That's a gas pedal. Reach up and ram it up. And these little fuckers will hit the damn gas and never let up. And I'm like, oh shit, that's revving when I'm about to blow my shit. And I'm nervous as fuck, and I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck am I gonna do? Stop hitting the gas. You can hear the pistons banging. I was sort of thinking, this is why they say don't do this. But then again, I'm taken back, I'm like, don't you change who you are.
I mentioned earlier that I'd see the supercar and I talk about it, but I've never been the kind of person who was like completely obsessed. To me, it's always just been a car. You've seen me, like, I'm just like, it's a car. Like, people come, it's a car. Like, I'm glad with the accomplishment. I'm happy with where I'm at the moment. But at the end of the day, that's not my whole persona.
The car's not who you are. The car is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
It's like graduating high school, graduating college. The car is a graduation.
And you don't know the story behind it, man. The guy that you pulled your Miata up behind him, you know, that guy may have been going through freaking divorce. He may be going through bankruptcy. Like, your position may be in life, your value in life, your what you call true wealth in life is maybe completely inverted to his, and this complete deception of this smoke and mirrors game that he's playing. It happens
And
all the
also
time.
people buy cars for different reasons. Like, some people, like you said, buy it as social status. Other people buy it
So many people, if you only understood. So like, there was, at one point in time, there was like, I'm going to say Tiffany blue. I don't know what the real fucking color is. Lamborghini's got so many goddamn colors.
The Tiffany blue.
So there was a fucking Huracan, right? So fucking sexy. It was a Huracan, Evo, convertible. So fucking beautiful, right? So fucking sexy. The guy just wanted this status so bad, he violated his lease. When I think back on that, two thoughts come across my mind. You're fucking retarded with the money you have. Like, you got that much money, you're willing to violate your lease on the purchase. But he wanted it so bad just to say, I own this. That is a person, in my opinion, that doesn't deserve one.
Right.
I feel like a person that wants to enjoy the fucking car, drive the fucking car. If you're scared to fucking break a certain mileage, bro, go buy a fucking Honda.
Right.
Go buy a fucking Honda.
I had this discussion with someone though. I feel like there's balance to everything. So with the Porsche I had, you guys know the Porsche story. Like, McLaren of Orlando, I'm sorry, because when I traded in the car, you're like, this car, you beat it up. No, I don't beat it up. It's kept it, serviced it, but I beat the shit out of that car. And at the end of the day, I feel like there needs to be a balance. Like,
Did you beat the shit out of it, or did you drive it like it was told you could drive it?
there's a difference between like enjoying the car and abusing the car.
Yeah.
And I feel
No,
This car?
the car has a battery life.
if you tell me a Lamborghini is a raging bull, well, I know what the fuck raging is.
Right.
It's wide fucking open, let's get
Right.
it. So when I took my Lambo to 205 miles per hour, guess what I'd have been if it broke down? I'm like, you bitch motherfuckers, you loud? This ain't raging?
To go to your story, this car right here, they got the engine swap. About 2 weeks after the engine swap, I drove it down to Mercedes and I said, hey, what do you give me for it? They walked around it, they looked for paint overspray, they checked the odometer, they checked the Carfax, they said, oh, we'll give you this. I said, let's go, sign the paperwork right now. They're like, wait, they were like, you don't want to negotiate? Are you sure? They were like, what's up? And I'm like, no, let's go. Like,
That's how I.
they didn't know the car that they were getting.
But hold on. In the
Yeah.
end, it's a car, and they're supposed to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad about it.
It's
No,
a car.
no,
it's supposed to-
I had dreams, dude. I
Don't
literally
feel bad about it.
wake up in the middle of the night dreaming that they called me and like, hey, come through, you piece of shit.
Listen, it's a car. Cars are meant to.
They got an engine swap to
Yeah.
Aston Martin. They auctioned it.
Cars are supposed to do what they fucking do. It is what it is. From what I've noticed, people that own and that park them, when they resell them, the next buyer is dropping fucking 50, 60 grand into it because they let it sit. That's what kills these fucking exotics. Stop doing that, bro. Let me see an Aventador with fucking 150,000 miles. You know what I'll do? I'll love Lamborghini even more. I don't want to find Aventadors with 12,000 miles. Why are you getting rid of them? Are we all blinded to this fucking idea that it's a value, that it's a status? Show me an Aventador with goddamn 75,000 miles. I'd love to see one. Because if not, we got a problem.
Right.
Why are we investing in these goddamn expensive ass cars?
They don't last.
If I can't buy a car that can handle 75,000 miles, bro, what the fuck are we doing?
Right.
It's a fucking car. Stop. Listen, people tell me all the time, they're like, oh man, why are you driving that car every day? It's like a beautiful woman. What, am I not gonna fuck her? You want me to save her for the next man?
True.
No, I'm trying to wear that fucking thing out. I'm trying to mold it to the shape of me. My kids is in the room. That tells you how fucked up I am. Like, for real, bro. Like, I'm trying to mold it to me. If that car can handle my driving experience, what the fuck did I ever buy? Please don't sell me a misperception that Lamborghini can only do fucking 50,000 miles. If that's the case, let's quit buying that shit. Let's go back to fucking Chevy. Let's go back to Dodge. Don't buy Ford because it's gay.
Ain't no Fiesta.
I own a Lamborghini outright paid with cash. I still have to go to work every goddamn day to make my fucking life happen.
Right.
I gambled my fucking money that I came into. I purchased a Lambo to network. I knew buying a Lamborghini would open doors for me. Let's be real. I'd have never met you, you, or you had I not purchased a Lamborghini.
Right.
Everybody gave me shit. They're like, bro, you're not gonna buy a house? I'm like, nope. I'm gonna make my dream become a reality. I'm gonna make it a memory. My number one hashtag is die with memories, not dreams. Like I just said a few minutes ago.
You can sleep in the car, you can't race a house.
Can't race a fucking house, bro.
It opens doors to a bunch of opportunities, and when you, I remember what I was saying. The people that I mentioned earlier that are a little bit arrogant and whatnot.
Bro, if that wasn't record, not name drop between us in this circle right now.
Well, the thing is, like, the people are
I'd
arrogant.
say things and point things out that make you fucking never want to talk to these people.
The people are arrogant, but I have to look at the cup half full and say that being around those people, it still motivates you. Like so
Hold on.
no,
I can't say that.
Yeah.
There's some of them. I see them post, oh, we're doing a car meet here, and you know what my first thoughts is? You're a fucking scumbag.
But you're the representation of the 5 people that you hang out with. So if I'm hanging out with a bunch of people with SVJs, that does rub off on me because I had the Porsche, and that inspired me to level up my game to get the McLaren.
It rubs off on you, but at the same time.
Well, some would argue that, you know, I mean, there's nothing to say that the McLaren is not better than the 718 Spider.
Let me tell you what.
You know what I mean? Like, it is, whatever car it is that gives you the most satisfaction, like, that's the car you should be driving.
Based off what you just said.
It goes back to, like, there shouldn't be this stigma about what the sticker price is, because if you have a better experience in car X than Y, then who's to say that it's any less desirable?
I agree, but what I mean is that it inspires you to grind more. So like I put in my full, like I'm cruising in 3rd gear and I downshifted 2 gear, hit the accelerator, and I took off. Because those people like made me want to get like to the next level. Like
I understand that, and I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, some of these fucking people that you entertain don't deserve entertaining. And when you entertain them and you try to be like, okay, I'm gonna show you what I can do, you're bringing them with you. Yes, for me, I don't give a fuck what the outside world thinks of me, bro. I run, like I told you guys earlier, I run through life with my red flags waving. Bro, look at me. I did 8 years in the penitentiary. Do you know what the majority of people fucking, the first thought they have when they hear that? What the fuck did he do? Goddamn, let me stay away from this motherfucker. They don't think that's a single father. That's a man that goes out of his way to help kids. Bro, I let kids with cancer get in my Lambo. I knew those kids, that was a dream, and they were gonna die. And I did it knowing I was making their dream come true. You got these fucking people out of their own businesses that are doing things with cars. And they're fucking using people, and they're fucking, sure, they're doing work. Bro, I can go over there right now to my Lambo and point out 52 fucking bad reasons why to never do business with them. And I guarantee everybody that's done business with them is saying the same fucking thing I'm saying behind the scenes. Once I deal with you on a personal level and you fuck me over, if I go back to you again, shame on me. I won't even name drop. I had LEDs put under my car. They've never worked. I didn't make it home from the shop. The wires came loose under the car. I paid to fix it. My LED lights do not work today. They drilled a fucking hole.
you told me that
through the side of my fucking boot in my Lambo. Not the bottom, not behind. They drilled through the goddamn immediate side. When you pump the front, all you seen was two fucking red and fucking white wires leading to my battery. You treated a fucking $170,000 car like that. What, because it wasn't $200,000?
They didn't like your story. They didn't like where you came from.
You treated me like a piece of shit because I was lower than you and I've achieved something more than you.
Your story alone intimidated.
Exactly.
Your story alone intimidated.
Bro, I won't name drop because I don't know who's posting this video.
I'll name drop.
Woo! You post this, bro. You know why?
Oh, you know why?
My God, brother.
You know why? Because it's time for that change, and I don't give a fuck.
I'm glad you did.
We're motherfucking lions. Is what I'm trying to tell y'all. We're lions here to change the game.
I'm glad you did that.
Sometimes it needs to be name dropped because, like, again, there's this whole perception that they're holding the game so tight and they have it unlocked. No, you fucking don't.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you. I don't drive a consigned car. Do you know what I made Lamborghini Orlando do? Go buy a money counter when I bought my Lambo. It might be a Gallardo, but guess what? They had to go purchase a money counter. I went in DMX style with a motherfucking backpack. I threw nothing but hundreds on the table. That video's on my Instagram all day long. Hundreds all over the fucking table. I paid cash for my Lambo. Walked out owning that motherfucker. I don't drive someone else's car that I'm trying to sell for them. Even if I fucking did, guess what I'd never do? Treat your car less than anything else. I never do something to you to gain a higher status from me and not bring you with me. My thing in life is, I meet you, you have good energy, I like you, I gravitate towards you. I want us to grow together.
Absolutely.
If the pinnacle of my life is $1 million and yours is 100 million, I'll fucking hate on you. Brother, I want to see you make everything humanly possible happen. What I will do is say, yo, Caesar's a fucking awesome fucking man. Bro, I wore a shirt that says, suck my cock sideways like a harmonica.
It was dropping
You
on
literally
country
had
for
a
shit.
shirt.
Yes, sir, I make an American
That's
Savage.
how I met him.
You see my shirt?
I seen the back, but
Little Mr. fucking Sunshine.
Talking big shit about
I'm a
Ford,
very large motherfucker that
suck
says
my
Mr.
dick like a harmonica is the next level though.
That's the next level. And that's my saying. A lot of people will meet me face value. I have resting asshole face like a motherfucker. I look mad at the world, right? It's because God had a bad day and he said, you know what, I'm gonna fuck with this motherfucker right here. Let me do this little shit right here. I'm the most humble, loving, caring person in the world. I have 2 episodes dropped on Lambo Diaries. You'll see tears come out of my eyes twice. The Lambo Diaries is the realest shit I could ever do. I talk about people that have been through things. Scott, I talk to you about your life. I've talked to my buddy Rajiv. He was homeless. He now sells homes. I had Furlan and his business partner Jen on there. They're fucking awesome people. And I talked about their life. We talked about life. We talked about real shit. Bro, if I touch one person in this world, when my eyes close permanently next time, because I was blessed with round 2, I did my purpose. I purchased my Lambo because when I was a child, I've been obsessed with Lamborghinis, and I said I will never let anyone not get close to my car to get that experience, just to feel it, based off how I was treated from a Lamborghini owner. I want you to come. And when I talked to you on the podcast and you told me your fucking story and where you came from and how you ended up in Panama and where you are today, bro, let me fucking tell you, bro, I'm proud of you. Everybody good on cookie dough? You need more. Is that not the shit, bro? Is that not the shit, bro? You gotta be worthy to hold that big motherfucker.
Right, bro.
about to get canceled.
Oh, quick. Especially with my shit. I haven't got canceled yet, and I've said some shit. Hell yeah, drive me home. The world we live in today.
Yeah.
I don't think it's perfected to that point yet.
It's pretty damn good.
It's close.
It's getting there, but it still has its little
Let me tell you what.
problems.
I was in the military in 1997, stationed in Fort Knox, Kentucky. I was on armor guard. They had this big event where they have like all the new technology there. And I literally sat in the passenger seat of a Humvee, patrolling the grounds, no one touching the steering wheel. That was in 97, doing 35 miles an hour around the front. And that tells you the technology's there, they just don't want you to know.
It's a slow trickle.
And I promise you it was there.
Because
You know, they already have the iPhone 30.
Right.
And if they just release it, then they just want to just, all right, we'll just, every year, we'll just inch a little bit closer and make you spend another $1,100.
The fact that Tesla's here now, and let me tell you, it's already been here.
I picked up a Humvee from auction. I got one that.
H1?
No, like a Humvee.
Yeah, the H1, yeah, that's the
The
original.
H1 is like the street.
Yeah.
That's a street version.
Yeah,
So
this
you
is
bought
the
a
Humvee.
Humvee. Oh, so you got canvas seats.
Yeah.
Canvas seats, oh yeah.
It gets more looks than the McLaren, dude. Like, you just drive down the
Dude,
road.
you're saying, yeah.
I was at 7-Eleven the other day. I pulled up. I'm wearing sweatpants. I'm wearing what I'm wearing now. I hop out. Some old lady's like, "Thank you for your service." I'm like, "Lady, do I look like I'm in the military?"
Tell them the story about this real quick.
Yeah.
So, this engine came out of an Aston Martin Vantage that I had.
Okay.
I was driving it directly behind us. And there was like a puddle that was like 6 inches deep, and I just figured I could drive through it.
No.
As soon as I touched the water, shit cut off, car stopped moving, felt like an idiot, thought it was gonna be the worst day of my life. Fast forward 6 weeks later, Progressive Insurance writes a check to $80,000 for the engine swap. Goes through, and then I convinced them to let me keep the table engine, and made a table out of it.
Sweet.
Well, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
This engine's pretty ugly as it sits. There's like so much plastic on it. So there was a little bit of a process I had to go through with the guy that built it to be like, okay, well, I want it to be stripped down. I don't want it to look just like a blob. But I also don't want it to have a bunch of plastic reservoirs and tubes and hoses running all over it. So we kind of had to like come up with an in-between where it like still looked like a functioning motor, but it didn't just look like a piece of plastic. One of the worst situations that turned into like one of the coolest situations.
Nice.
You know, because now it's like the kind of the feature piece of this room.